Libya has been engulfed in violence since the overthrow of Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. The fallout from the conflict and the spread of ISIL has prompted this gathering. France says it aims to ensure diplomatic unity between all those involved in promoting national reconciliation in Libya. But it's no easy task. For example, Egypt disagrees with EU policies on Libya.
Basically, the Skhirat agreement, the EU wants to implement the agreement exactly as it is. Egypt supports the eastern faction and wants the agreement to be amended in order for the military to be under the control of Khalifa Haftar and in order for the head of the Presidential Council not to be able to fire or dismiss the Secretary of Defense.
One major problem in Libya is the intervention of foreign powers, which influence decision makers in the oil-rich nation. Control of the oil terminals has further divided political foes. But for some experts, there's still hope.
If we can hope for some compromises given by each party, then definitely there could be a solution for it. We've always said that the agreement will need a lot of international pressure to be implemented, and I think until now the international community has been pressuring as much as it could. This is the best way, and for Libya to be a decentralized kind of semi-federal state because central authority in Libya has proven repetitive failures.
We might not see an outright solution to the Libyan crisis at the France meetings, but for these international players to sit together reflects the urgency to put an end to the conflict in North Africa. Yasser Hakim for CCTV, Cairo.
Well, the Libyan crisis continues, and joining me to discuss this further is Ziad Akil. He's joining me from Cairo, and he's a researcher from the Ahram Center for Strategic Studies. Ziad, thank you for joining us. Is international mediation capable of resolving the Libyan crisis? The Libyan crisis has been ongoing now for many years.
Well, the international mediation is definitely a very important tool in resolving this crisis. It's not the only tool. The Libyan crisis is very profound and sophisticated, but definitely international pressure, international mediation, coordinating visions of different actors on Libya is something that will make the transition to reconciliation and peace much faster and much more possible. As I said, there are other tools, but mediation at this specific moment is very important because there is already an agreement that was signed, and there's already some kind of a peace method or a peace map structured, and it just needs to be implemented instead of going back to square one again. So mediation is very important right now.
Well, France is currently holding a crisis meeting, a high-level meeting on Libya. What is the likely impact of the talks in France seeking to promote reconciliation in Libya?
Well, the main outcome of this meeting really hopes for the positions of the different regional actors in the Libyan case to be coordinated together. The difference between the vision that Egypt and the UAE has and the difference between the vision that the EU and the US have. This could be, and of course Turkey and Qatar as well. So this could be a beginning to kind of reach an international shared vision, not necessarily consensus, but some kind of vision that guarantees the interests of those different regional actors, and at the same time guarantees the input of those regional actors into a peace process or a reconciliation process through their influence inside of Libya.
Well, what will it take, though, Zia, to fully convince the warring parties in Libya to halt their fighting and at least try and give peace a chance?
Well, it will take, unfortunately, it will take some time, and it will also take a lot of international pressure, and it will take pressure from the inside of Libya in the way the country is administered right now. After all, these warring factions both receive funding from the Libyan Central Bank. There must be a process where the interests of those two parties are guaranteed and governed under peace, and that the process of conflict that exists right now will not benefit them or guarantee their interests. If we can destroy the amount of profit that Libyan politicians are making right now, then definitely they will push forward for a more reconciliatory process.
Well, Yasser Hakim joining us there from Cairo. Thank you.